Hi and welcome to another Memory Keeping Monday. I'm Garden Girl Jen Gallacher, and today we are going to use some chipboard pieces. Actually, they're chipboard stickers, but there's a lot of different chipboard items inside the two-piece store. And as we create this layout, we're going to discuss a little bit about chipboard pieces and what you can do to decorate your page using them. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to use some jelly bean soup pattern paper at the bottom of this page. And I'm using a dot adhesive runner to adhere that. And then I have some Amy Tangerine paper from American Crafts. This is a fun camera print. And we're working with teal, black, and yellow today. We're just going to build the page with these items. And then I have some pattern paper from Echo Park Paper, and when I was creating this layout, I just kind of shopped what I already had and just matched it to the colors that I needed. And we'll go ahead and cut that. Some of the pieces I've pre-cut, and others I will cut during the class. Actually, I'm going to mark that with a pen. I can see it a little bit better. Okay, we'll go ahead and adhere this Echo Park paper strip right at the top of the camera print. And one way to align the pattern to make sure you get it straight is I'll just watch that the pattern continues, so that little triangle there continues. Alright, the next thing I want to do is I want to add a sticker, and this is a border sticker from Echo Park Paper, and I'm going to add that right at the bottom of this camera print, and I'm going to try and center it on the page, and then I'll just trim off the excess from the back. Just flip it over and trim off the excess, and do that for both sides of the sticker. Okay, so then I have from Lily B a little card here, and I'm going to wrap some yellow baker's twine around the top of this card about 2 times, and then we'll tie it into a bow. I'll show you what that looks like. And I just picked twine that matched the colors that we mentioned before. Now, chipboard elements come in lots of different styles and sizes. These are some chipboard buttons from Echo Park Paper, and this is from their This and That Charming collection. And when you pull the chipboard buttons away from the backing, the teeny tiny little holes stick, and so I just use my paper piercer and poke them through. You could also use a sharp pencil or whatever you like. Now you can alter chipboard a number of ways. You can use some glitter glue and color in with matching glitter glue an element of the chipboard sticker or an element of the chipboard piece. You can add a glossy accent finish to it if you desire. Lots of different ways to dress this up. We're going to use some glue dots to adhere this. I like to use glue dots with chipboard because it sticks a little bit better. Sometimes the backing comes off on the glue dot, and so I'll have to use my finger to kind of help it stick a little bit. Or another technique you can use is just to use your fingernail, take the glue dot off, and put it on the back of your chipboard sticker. Now, in addition to chipboard buttons, you can use regular buttons. So one way to use your chipboard is to mix and match. Use some elements that are chipboard and use other elements that are just regular. So lots of different ways to dress this up. So then also from the This and That Charming chipboard stickers are this little pennant that says So Smart, And this is actually a sticker. And so I'm just going to go ahead and place that right on my number 2. And then before I place this down, I want to get my photo matted correctly. So I have a black and white photo of my son. He thinks he's really clever in that photograph, and I usually get a few pictures of him like that. Now this is a clear frame from Little Yellow Bicycle, and when you're using a clear transparency frame, you want to make sure that you put your adhesive under a solid part of that acetate, because if you put it where you can see it, then you'll see the adhesive. So I'll just stick this frame down onto my black and white photo, and then we'll mount the photo onto the page. So a lot of different ways to do this. You definitely want to use a clear adhesive when you're using these acetate pieces. Let's fix that a little bit. And so I want to figure out the placement of everything. So I want my 2 card to go there. We're going to overlap that teal strip at the top just a little bit. We'll align that so it's straight, and then we'll adhere our acetate frame and photo to the page. We'll overlap that card just a little bit, make sure everything's straightened out. And then I'm going to add a black photo corner to this bottom corner. And sometimes if I've already put adhesive here and I have a photo corner and they have these long flaps, one trick that I'll do is I will cut off the extra part of the flap, but the rest of the photo corner is remaining. And I'll just lift that and stick that on there. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is now I'm going to take some teal baker's twine and I'm going to wrap it around the layout a couple of times just at the top of this teal strip. So I've used yellow baker's twine and now I'm using teal. And I'm going to actually adhere that on the back. So to do that, I'm just going to tie it in a knot, and then I will trim it and no one will ever know that there's a knot on the back. If you want to use less baker's twine, just cut strips that are slightly longer than the page and cut them off. Okay, and then we'll just arrange that like that. The next element I'm going to use is some tape from Bella Boulevard, and this particular washi tape is nice and thick, and we're going to place it on our page, but we're going to do it in a unique way. So first we're going to just kind of gently place it on the page with a little bit hanging off the edge. And tape is tape, so it works just like tape. So I want to make sure that I've aligned it straight, and then I'm going to come back in about right here and I'm going to rip the tape. Then I'm going to lift the tape and move it over just a little bit, and that creates a little more interest than, say, a regular long piece of tape. So let's go ahead and adhere that on the back. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the next step. All right, we're going to do the same thing again with the tape. We're going to put it across, aligning it, give a little bit extra on the sides, and then come back and tear off a little bit of it, re-adhere it down, move it over a little bit, and then turn it over and adhere it on the back. Lots of different ways that you can use tape. So now let's go ahead and work with some more chipboard pieces. This is an airplane shape from the same This and That Charming collection, but I didn't want to use the airplane, so what I did is I punched a circle of pattern paper that will fit perfectly over that chipboard piece. And we'll just adhere that to the airplane image. So if you don't like the image of the chipboard, stamp on it, color it in, whatever you want to do to kind of dress it up. And then I'm going to use a regular yellow button, and I'll adhere that to the paper. So I'm making this chipboard element my own. This teeny tiny chipboard circle is from Hello Summer from Echo Park Paper, and it is a chipboard sticker as well. You can do all of these same things, whether it's a chipboard sticker or just cut out chipboard alphabet, lots of different ways to dress it up. And then I'm actually going to use a title from crepe paper that says Journey. So let the chipboard do the work for you. And this is going to be the title. We'll align that there on the tape. This number 75 sticker is also from crepe paper. We'll just put that on our page like that. Now I'm going to just finish up the page with a few little decorations. This sticker is from Echo Park paper from the This and That Charming collection, and we're going to stick it at the top. It's actually a tab. So we're going to stick it at the top of our frame. This little rectangle sticker is from October Afternoon, and we're going to stick that on the side of that too. So you can see how I'm just kind of building up. And then down here at the bottom I want to dress it up just a little bit. So I have some more of that teal pattern paper, and I want to make kind of a pennant shape again. So to do that, I come in halfway, cut up about 1/2 inch, and then cut from corner to that 1/2 inch cut. And that will form my pennant. And then we're going to just trim off the excess part of it so that I can stick it on the bottom of the page here. And we're going to lift that sticker just a little bit so that I can adhere this underneath. We want to make sure it goes all the way to the end. And then this is another pennant shape from that same crepe paper sticker. There are a lot of these in the store, and we're going to layer that on top this time. So that's what it looks like on the bottom. So a lot of different ways to use chipboard. You can cover it, you can use it as is, you can substitute chipboard for something else, you can add glossy accents, you can paint it, you can add glitter glue to it, lots of different ways to add chipboard to your layouts. Be sure to join us next Monday for another Memory Keeping Monday. Visit the website for all the supplies listed for this particular layout.